I agree with certain theories from psychology that state that each human being goes through certain developmental stages. So it's like we have been assigned a purpose to our lives at start. We don't really choose to go through these stages. We don't really choose to develop certain things, but it happens naturally as a part of this personal evolution, I would say. So as we develop physically from infancy until the day we die, basically, we are going through all these different stages of development. So it's like there is some meaning and some purpose to our lives, and it does seem like we are not fully in charge of this process. So it's like when you're an infant, you're going to have certain cognitive capabilities. And then when you're an adult, you're going to have way developed cognitive capabilities. And that's just one element of the path of the human development. There are many different theories. Another theory, probably most of you are familiar with the pyramid of needs, Maslow's pyramid of needs, hierarchy of needs, which says that, okay, once you develop these basic needs, which are physiological needs, so make sure that you eat, that you have a roof over your head, you can start striving towards this higher needs, so love and belonging, self-esteem, and then eventually self-actualization. So do you think that people are choosing this path? Because it appears that, accordingly to psychological theories, it does appear that we have been assigned naturally this path of development. So regardless if we want to develop or we don't want to develop, we're going to keep developing. It's probably a matter of question of how we are developing and where we are developing, because I personally don't believe that we can stop the development completely, but I think that we can develop in the wrong way. We can pause our development, or we can get stuck with our development, but that development never stops. And there are many different theories on development. So we are constantly in this process of becoming, right? So it's not like, okay, I am this person with this Myers-Briggs personality. That's my limit. That's all I am. I don't think that's true at all. And that's not what psychology is saying, because we are constantly evolving in a way. We gather new experiences. We learn more about ourselves, right? And then we refine our goals and our actions, our behavior. So we act accordingly with this new information. We're gonna, of course, have anxiety, have social anxiety, have fears that stop us from applying this meaning and practice, this new information. But it doesn't mean that our development will completely stop. So self-actualization is one of the theories. It's one of my favorite theories, actually. And most people associate self-actualization in that Maslow's hierarchy of need pyramid as the last stage. But actually there's something more than this. There's something called self-transcendence. So basically becoming even more. So when we reach self-actualization is about completely actualizing all that we are, in all that we've learned to be, right? All our potential, our skills into practice. But then self-transcendence is basically letting everything go. So basically what happens is people are in order to keep developing, you start looping between these two stages. So self-actualization, you learn everything you can about yourself. So metacognition, learning all about your beliefs, your feelings, where they're coming from, what sort of person you are, what triggers you have, what angers you, what your shadow consists of. That's super important. And then as a part of the self-transcendence, you let it all go. So you become more. You become more open to experience. You become more flexible. You become kind of more adaptable. And it looks like, many people are questioning the whole idea, but if you look at the, for example, theories of evolution, it looks like the big chunk of evolution is learning how to be adaptable, how to be open to experiences so that we can learn as much as we can. So do you think that we're choosing this path? Do you think that we are directing this self-development? Because it looks like all the stages, they just happen naturally, right? You start with the physiological needs, for example, in infancy and childhood, then you move towards relationships, right? So relationship for teenagers is the most important thing, right? Fitting in, getting as many friends as possible, becoming popular. But then that's not enough. Then you want more. So then you strive towards respect, recognition, right? Self-esteem needs, becoming successful, getting education, getting a career, right? Getting rich, whatever matters to you. Then relationships, right? Finding people that you can share, you can be intimate with, close relationships. And then once you have it all, you actualize yourself. You're complete, right? That's it. You learn, you know everything about yourself. So what's next? You let everything go. So I didn't mean to discuss this theory so in depth, kind of got carried away here. But there are many different theories of development. There is cognitive development, so how we make sense of our world around us, how we reason about things. There's personal development, like self-actualization. There's psychosocial development, so how our social skills evolve, how we function as a part of the society. So all these different theories point to a fact that we are developing, right? And all these theories are right. All these theories suggest that we are on this path of development. And it appears that there is some connection with the external meaning here, because if it doesn't belong to us, if it happens regardless if we want it to happen or not, does it not belong to external meaning then, or external purpose even? What do you guys think?